The Myers Briggs Test. It's been used for almost a century to separate people into categories based on their personalities. According to your results, you can infer anything from how well you do in the workplace to even your love life. According to the test, there are 4 categories and 2 different options for each category. The first category is your favorite world, which calculates extroversion and introversion. The second is sensing, and it's based on how you perceive things in the world. According to the Myers Briggs Test, you can either sense or use your intuition. The next is how you make decisions. You can either think or feel. Finally, when it comes to dealing with the outside world, it's assumed you either judge or perceive. Once you've taken their $50 test, you'll be given a series of letters representing those categories based on the percentages shown in the test. Naturally, I had to take the test to see what it was all about. According to a free knockoff test, I am INTJ. Being a female, this is supposed to be one of the rarest types, at only 0.8% of the population. It used the word architect, paired with descriptors like independent and confident, determined and open-minded, while using negatives like judgmental and arrogant. All of this sounds, honestly, pretty accurate, but what's the catch? About 2 million people take the Myers Briggs test annually, and the company makes about $20 million a year off of it. Anyone from corporate HR departments, colleges, and even government agencies will use this test to try and learn information about their employees. But how did it get so popular? The Myers Briggs Indicator Type Test was formally created in 1943 by mother and daughter Catherine Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers. Now, if they were behavioral scientists or neurologists, this might all be a bit different. But they believed that, quote, their experiences as mothers and wives had taught them all about the innate and immutable power of personality types. That's right, not even a background in statistics. Now, this was a long time ago, so many women did not have access to proper education, and they did get the basis for their tests from a notable psychiatrist, Carl Jung. So they get a bit of a pass, but that's a whole nother story. They were not afraid to use their many contacts and initially sold this test to several high-ranking members of the community, who then administered this to their students and employees. With the Second World War, a lot of businesses were liking the idea of standardized testing related to job placement. The Myers Briggs test began to affect hiring, methods of personal counseling, and was even given by insurance companies to decide whether clients were high risk or not. Mostly created for white-collar men, the results became skewed when talking to women. They found that introverted nurses and intuitive typists were the most successful. Instead of reevaluating, they simply created a whole new test for women. And then after that was also skewed, they assumed women were lying or even had dreams that affected their type. The problem is that when people take the test multiple times, they often get different answers. It depends a lot on their current mood, what was happening that day, and what they emotionally needed at the time. People in the morning might feel more extroverted, whereas at the end of the day, they might be exhausted and want to be alone. People going through emotional times with family might make decisions accordingly. What psychologists and behavioral scientists found was that humans, they're messy. What we began to find is that these 8 traits are not so black and white. No one is either or. All of these traits occur on a sliding scale. No one is either a true extrovert or introvert. Often it depends on the specifics of the situation. Someone may love hanging out with a certain group of friends, but hate crowded concerts. We are often observing a situation with both of our senses and our intuition. We think and feel, judge and perceive. That's just how humans work. The bottom line is this isn't a test designed to accurately categorize people, but rather a test designed to make them feel happy after doing it.